this episode, it's all about Mother Nature and when cyclones light up the coastline around the country, from Western Australia to southeast Queensland and down the Aussie east coast. G'day, I'm Ronnie Blakey. Welcome to this special cyclone edition of mySURFtv as we celebrate those magic days that Mother Nature turns on the goods. First up, we're heading to Western Australia with Burrow recounting the session of a lifetime.
We got a freaky cyclone swell, which never happens to us in the west, and it just sat off the coast and pumped out this north swell. It just turned our whole coast into this 8-foot grinding point break. I just knew this place would be pumping because it's like a straight beach that never gets shape, but when there's swells coming from the north, it just turned into these ridiculously crazy rides. We got there and it was just, it was awesome. It was like just 3 foot, couple 4-footers, and then it just picked up just tenfold. It just got bigger and thicker and more powerful and more hollow like all day. And by the end it was just like 8 foot, just drainers across sand, like all the way to the end of the beach.
Now just to get to know, oh, for the chance just to prove it different than before. You see, I know that he carried stature and fear and step to take, oh, but that burden, girl, just let go. That boy don't carry no weight. See, that boy don't carry no weight. So sweet, I'll trust in another one. This lonely heart's not meant to run.
Looking into a barrel and like when one of your mates eats shit, it's just the best thing. Oh! Are you kidding me? It's almost more fun looking into it than being in there because you're just like going, yeah, and then if they eat it, you're just like, yes. This is one of my favourite things. I love it. It was just one of those sessions where you don't even know what to say between you and your mates. You're looking at each other with your mouths open and you're shaking your head and nothing comes out. You don't know what to say. Like there's nothing that really you can explain that does it justice. You're just like, oh my God, we're losing. You're like, I'd lost my voice by the end of the day. I was screaming so much. Oh my God, that was unbelievable. And that happened repeatedly all day, so I was toast by the end. I had no voice, and I had a big smile.
Most amazing waves we've ever had in the West Coast, I think. Long right-hand point, it feels like. It's pretty much unbelievable. Dead set, never surfed anything like it. Now just to get to know, oh, for the chance just to prove it different than before. You see, I know that he carried stature and fear and step to take, oh, but that burden, girl, just let go. That boy don't carry no weight. See, that boy don't carry no weight. So sweet, I'll trust in another one. This lonely heart's not meant to run.
It could easily not happen again. I mean, it's never happened before, like a swell this big from the north. We were definitely in the right place at the right time. It was one of those freaky swells.
It's not the devil who makes the deal. Don't let that whiskey talk for me.
Stick around after the break, the Barrel Fest continues down the Aussie East Coast. And don't forget, everything you see on today's show and plenty more you can catch online 24/7 at mySURFtv. Welcome back to mySURFtv. Now when you think of epic cyclonic swells, Snapper Rocks and Kira instantly spring to mind. But here's proof the best sandbar on the Queensland coast might be somewhere else.
Yeah, when Ola came on the maps, I was pretty excited. It's kind of positioned really well, you know, out there near New Caledonia, so it had a good fetch on it and light winds, and it's a spot I had in mind, and I knew the sand was good, and I was just pumped to get it because it doesn't turn on very often. And got up early and road tripped up to the spot and pulled up on the headland, and it was just firing and no one out, and I don't know, I just couldn't contain myself and couldn't get ready quick enough to get out there.
How was that set down the inside?
It was just one of those days you wish for, and it all came together.
I don't think it's working, but it won't hurt to try. There's a million other people.
You never know, when you go to uncrowded spots it can be terrible, and the banks aren't right and swell's not hitting, but yeah, it just all came together that day, and I don't know, probably caught 50 times more waves than I would have if I was at Kira or something.
I can't tell the difference when I look from screen to screen. But everybody's talking, and they all agree. We only do it for the fame. Cyclone never end. We only do it for the fame. Feels just like pretend. We only do it for the fame. Just running to the moon. We only do it for the fame. I'm the wave of truth. I don't think you're moving from the light anytime soon. Electric intervention is coming back to you. We only do it for the fame. Cyclone never end. We only do it for the fame. Feels just like pretend. We only do it for the fame. Just running to the moon. We only do it for the fame. I'm the wave of truth.
I think I surfed 8 hours. I put in, I did a 6 hour and a 2 hour, and I could barely move by the end of the day and open my eyes, but I just didn't want to get out. It was just that pumping. For standout sessions, this one sits probably top 5, I reckon. Of my all-time sessions, and it's just so rare to get this spot on, and with no one hardly out, and just sharing amazing waves with your friends and what you draw in your school books, and it all came together, so blown away.
Stay tuned after the break because it would hardly be a Cyclone special without the Gold Coast points lighting up. Welcome back to mySURFtv. Now, if we're serious about Cyclone swells, you can't go past Kirra and Snapper Rocks. And who better to break it down than three-time world champ and Gold Coast local Mick Fanning.
Strange nature, don't feel your tether. Strange to feel anything at all. Strange knowing the circle goes forever. It's hard to tell if I was bound to fall.
It's always exciting to get like 1 or 2 days on the bank, but to have almost 2 weeks of non-stop, it was just, you know, it was incredible. And the conditions were amazing. Normally February is pretty stormy, but it was just pristine pretty much every day. Just the length of the swell was one of those things that we didn't really anticipate, you know. We thought, yeah, every day you'd wake up, oh, this is the end of it, this is the end of it, and just kept going and going. And when you're surfing that much, you got to try and pace yourself, but when the waves are that good, you just freak out and you just keep going for it. Obviously the crowd can be a bit crazy. I apologise to anyone we burnt, but when the waves are that good, I don't know, turn into sharks, so sorry about that.
Says you're unbreakable, be cautious. I don't think I wanna lose anymore. I don't think I wanna lose anymore.
haven't seen Greenmount do that for a long time. You know, I think the last time we saw it that good was like the 3 degree swell back in 2002. So to get that again was, yeah, definitely incredible.
Well, if that wasn't enough, we'll see what happens when a weather system tracks south and lights up the entire Australian east coast. That's coming up after the break. You're watching mySURFtv. Now, sometimes when the elements come together, a cyclone swell will produce waves at not just one spot, but along an entire coastline. In our next piece, you'll see pumping waves from the Sunshine Coast of Queensland way down to the most southern parts of New South Wales. Well, that's all we got time for in this episode, but don't forget, everything you've seen in this show and plenty more can be seen online 24/7 at mySURFtv. I'm Ronnie Blakey. We'll see you next time.
mySURFtv is powered by Surfing Australia and Nudie.